Distilled wisdom for an inspired life. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy is a step-by-step guide for continuous improvement through small, consistent steps. Steps that cumulate to a big effect over time. It shows you how you practically build beneficial habits, gain momentum, and accelerate your personal growth. It provides you tools to boost your success in life. But before we look into the details, let's get one thing straight. This book isn't about new stuff. The fundamentals of success haven't changed. The path to success is still paved with a lot of unexciting, mundane work and with slow progress in developing oneself. It is bristled with obstacles that need to be overcome in order to live a life that you regard as successful. You don't need more or new information. You need a plan to bring the fundamentals to action. The compound effect is about establishing a principle to make small, smart choices that lead to huge rewards over time. Darren Hardy puts it the following way: small, smart choices plus consistency plus time equals a radical difference. And over time, the outcome not only becomes visible, it even becomes predictable and measurable. Through 5 chapters, we will have a closer look into first, choices. What can you do to support yourself in making the right choices? Second, into habits. How can you intentionally build beneficial habits? Third, into momentum. What is necessary to remain in the success mode? Fourth, influences. What influences are you exposed to and how do they influence you? And fifth, acceleration. How can you maximize your speed for personal growth? Alright, let's tackle choices. Each behavior starts with a choice that over time becomes a habit. And through this, each choice you make has an impact on the trajectories of your life. Nobody makes intentionally bad choices, but most of us kind of sleepwalk through our decisions, often not even being aware when we're making them. And the compound effect either works for you or against you. You want to go back to the driver's seat? Then take personal responsibility to whatever happens to you. Taking responsibility is connected to an empowering mindset, as circumstances, luck, and situations lose their meaning. You need a formula for getting lucky. Be prepared and set up the right mindset so you can take advantage of the opportunities arising in your life. And here's how you can do it. First, preparation. Personal growth enables you to take advantage of opportunities, so stay interested, read the books, and listen to the self-improvement programs. Second, attitude. Scientists tell us that we ignore most of the things that are going on around us. So calibrate yourself to look for the right things. Third, opportunity. Opportunities pop up naturally, but the secret is to be calibrated the right way so you recognize them when they arise. You can only go through that open door if you see it. Fourth, action. When you recognize an opportunity, just do what is necessary to take advantage of it. Good luck in attracting your luck. Tracking your actions helps you monitoring your progress in the area you want to improve. Tracking your workout results, for example, is perfectly useful to create awareness about how you're improving over time. And if you have the results in writing, justifying to skip the next workout will become much more difficult. It's not about the complexity. It's about doing the small things long enough to establish a habit. Tracking your progress will help you to bring your goals in sight, but please don't overdo it. Start with a single field that affects you most, so you will remain engaged over a long period of time. So let's dig a bit deeper into habits now. What is a habit? A habit is a behavior that is performed almost or completely involuntary, like brushing your teeth before you go to bed. Through habits, we can reduce the conscious energy that we need for our daily tasks to a minimum. And that's a great thing. Through repetition, we can turn every behavior into a habit. It just takes some time. The only thing that comes in our way so often is the need for immediate gratification. Going out for unhealthy food or a drink in the time we originally wanted to work out is just so much more comfortable. So what to do about it? You need to make your why power stronger than the urges for immediate gratification. You need a strong motive. Through your core values, which are basically your fundamental beliefs, you can get access to your why power. If you have your core values defined, you can redirect your life to a vision. Integrity, responsibility, courage, truthfulness, and curiosity. Those are just some examples of powerful core values. And when you connect your choices to desires and dreams, you generate why power. It's this power that brings you through tough times, and it's this power that keeps you going. A major reason why high achievers are successful is because high achievers have clearly defined targets. Clearly defined targets sharpen your view for what you want, and you will be able to see the opportunities when they come your way. You can't change this by instructing your brain to focus on your goals. It's just not working that directly. But at least you can get your brain to focus on those actions contributing to your goal. Darren Hardy suggests using goals in every aspect of life, in business and finance, in matters of health and spirituality, and even for family and relationship. So become aware of your habits, add good ones, and eliminate the sabotaging habits. Also, celebrate successes, create little rewards for you for staying on the path for every month, for every week, and even for every day. Changing is difficult, but seen from another perspective, changing is exactly what opens up the opportunity to stand out from the masses. Chapter 3 deals with momentum, and for going into details here, we need to talk about inertia. According to Wikipedia, inertia is the resistance of any physical object to any change in its velocity. This means that objects resting keep staying in rest, while objects in motion remain in motion until an outside force slows them down. Couch potatoes tend to stay couch potatoes, and achievers tend to achieve more and more. This is momentum. Once you've gained momentum, it'll be hard to stop you, even when you cut back the effort. But remember, momentum can work for you or against you. To let momentum work for you, you need to implement your new attitudes and behaviors into routines. You need to reach the point where you don't need conscious thought anymore to remain in motion. Through this, life will become less stressful and your actions automated and more effective. Daily routines based on world-class habits are what separates the world-class achievers from everybody else. Examples for powerful habits on the journey to success are eating healthy, exercising regularly, meditating, developing a growth mindset, putting first things first, being a good listener, and thinking win-win. From time to time, it'll become necessary to shake up your routines. Life needs change, and things that used to energize you might have become outdated. Establishing new routines can be highly beneficial, but please don't overdo it. Tailor your program in a way that you can stick to it for a lifetime, not only for a couple of months. Wanting too much, too soon will set you up for failure. So choose a considerable amount of steps that you can perform every day, day in and day out. This will set you up for success. And of course, be aware when you slack your routines. When you skip the workouts too often, for example, you don't only lose a single routine, it's your momentum that will suffer too. So let's check out what influences you throughout the day. All of us are affected by three things. First, what kind of people we spend time with. Second, what we feed our mind with. And third, what surrounds us in daily life. The people we spend time with determine up to 95% of our success, according to Darren Hardy. They determine the conversations we lead. They influence us with their opinions and attitudes, and they affect what we focus on in life. Their influence is so big that we are likely to become the average of the people we spend most time with. Second, you can't feed your body with junk food and expect it to run at peak performance at the same time. And this also applies to your brain. It works with the mental food you feed it with. So please feed your brain with quality. And third, we consume mainly unconsciously. That means the influences we're exposed to work subliminal. Commercials, for example, take advantage of our needs, fears, and pains. And the media is in constant competition for attention. Due to our nature, sensationalism sells much better than high-quality education programs, for example. The media jockeys exploit this and tackle us with shock and blood. But a side effect is that negative, biased perceptions of reality are established in this way. So create awareness of what you consume and eliminate detrimental sources wherever possible. The last chapter is about acceleration. And let's be honest with each other. Whatever you're doing in life, sooner or later you will hit a wall. You will get to a point where it's getting very, very hard to keep going. This will be your personal moment of truth. It will define who you are becoming. Will you quit or will you go through the pain and get behind the wall? Overcoming the wall is what lets you grow, what separates you from your old self. And being that bit better is what multiplies your results in the marketplace. Doing this isn't always fun, and if you want to get to know your toughest adversary in overcoming that wall, you might want to take a brief look into the mirror. But seriously, look for the opportunities with the potential to multiply your results in all areas of your life. Go the extra mile, push yourself just a bit harder, and separate yourself from the masses. So what's the takeaway? Here's what you can do in a nutshell to bring the compound effect to life in your everyday life. Choices. Behaviors start with choices and become habits over time. Taking responsibility empowers you, lets you become the protagonist of your life. So adapt the right mindset and track your actions. Start with what affects you most. Second, habits. Habits are performed almost or completely involuntary. They are our autopilot mode. To make habits work for you, you best define your core values and create a vision where you want to go. This way you can create why power, and that's exactly what keeps you going. Third, momentum. When you've got yourself going, you have gained momentum. With momentum, you don't need conscious thought anymore to remain in motion. Tailor a program you can stick to for a lifetime. Fourth, influences. The people we spend time with, what we feed our mind with, and what surrounds us in daily life are things that have a big effect over what we achieve. So create awareness of what influences you're exposed to and focus on positive ones. Last but not least, acceleration. Everybody hits a wall from time to time, but if you keep going beyond that point, you will multiply your growth and your results. And also, this is what truly sets you up for success. Go the extra mile. This is what separates you from the crowd. If this video has inspired you, just share it with a friend. And if you like to, leave your feedback in the comments.